Hospital and to give us your update, really, because you are the true expert in this area of left main bifurcation lesion intervention. We're proud to have you. Welcome to New York. Welcome to Mount Sinai, Professor Marie-Claude Maurice.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your kind words, Roxana. It's an honor for me, real honor for me to be with you today. And I'll try to give you some, let's say, update, even if we saw a little bit of that with Dr. Sharma this morning. I have no conflict to disclose. First, you speak of distal left main. It's good because okay, most of the left main are distal, so you cannot avoid the bifurcation. It's you see in those trials, it was 80% in both left main or bifurcation lesion. So we'll try to cover what is new in diagnosis, new in better understanding of the pathology and the technique, and what is new in the indication due to recent results. First, I think that even if we saw this morning some trials showing that it was not as positive as we expect, the role, the increasing role of function FFR and IFR is of major importance. We learned that by assessing the severity of the lesion, not only angiographically, but also by functional aspect, you decrease the number of lesions to treat and you increase the outcome. And really, the role is very important. What is new about the knowledge of the pathology? I think this is someone old, but he is someone important. He teach us about the bifurcation, that coronary arteries are a tree, not a succession of tube, and they obey to the fractal law, and that if you cannot use and you must follow these rules. The European Bifurcation Club, but also the other bifurcation club, worked a lot. And for example, they studied a lot the flow, and you have to understand well the flow patterns and spatial distribution of atherosclerotic lesion to better treat the lesion. And for example, the zone of high wall shear stress, they are anti-atherogenic. There is never atheroma on the carina, opposed to the zone of low wall shear stress net that are pro-atherogenic. And this is true in reality. This is from Virmani. You see very well that those zones of atheroma are the one of low shear stress net. You have also to follow to understand well the scaling law of vascularity. And there is one very easy. You have the Murray law, but the Finney is even easier. Very often, all the left main is disease, meaning that you don't have your good reference. And if you just apply simply this law, D1, D2 plus D3 multiplied by 0.67, you obtain the size of your proximal left main. Use that. It's very helpful. And important also, the larger the side branch is, the larger the change in main vessel from proximal to distal. And this is also derived from the law I told you just before. And distal left main, it's a complex anatomy, and you cannot treat it too simply. And for example, simple crossover, the best solution? Probably not. And because you need to restore as good as you can the initial flow, even the stent turbulences. And they worked also a lot on simulation to see the strut apposition according to the technique used. That's very important. Apposition is key, and imaging is key for that. They spoke about the pot. It's very important. It's because first, during a pot, meaning proximal optimization technique, it's putting a big balloon proximally, it helps you because you put two diameter on your tube that become a two diameter tube, which is important because as I told you, there is not a single diameter in left main. And it helps you also to agent safely the wire for kissing, not going through the struts. And it also opens you the cell in front of the side branch ostium. All that was learned from simulation model. And with this is just an enhancement that you see that with the tube, after pot and kissing, you have a dedicated stent for a bifurcation. For the two-stent techniques, the imagination of doctors is absolutely endless. Of course, I will not cover them all. And our preference go to the provisional Cybran stenting, meaning that you begin by putting a stent across, you do the pot, and you can stop there. Many people stop there, or you exchange the Y and go to kissing. You see just kissing to open the struts, and you can stop there again. And if needed, you can add a second stent. So provisional, keep the door open to any technique and allow you to stop whenever you want, because all the two stents technique have inconvenience in terms of stagnation of area, recirculation area, and non-apposed zone of stent. And we are not doing cosmetic surgery. We are treating a functional lesion. And it's not only, the objective is not to have a nice result, it's to have an efficient result. And many of the lesions that look significant are not FFR positive. And I give you an example of those two ostial lesions that were carrying a push and that will be restored without any treatment. And about a new indication and the recent result, you saw a little bit of Excel, positive trial, non-inferior at 3 years in terms of death, stroke, or myocardial infarction. And you saw also the Nobel trial at the same time, giving a different result, superiority of surgery at 5-year outcome in terms of MACE, including the cerebral events. So that's increase the confusion in understanding, but the two trials are very different. I list you the differences. Excel was one study, hypothesis, larger trial, near 2000. 5 years to recruit. Primary endpoint did not include revascularization, and they took NEMI. And the Kaplan-Meier was estimation at 3 years, with 70% of patients that were at 3 years. In Nobel, they have to adapt their hypothesis 3 times. They took 7 years to recruit, and they put revascularization in their primary endpoint, and they exclude periprocedural MI. And the estimation Kaplan-Meier endpoint was at 5 years, with only 36% of patients which were at 5 years. I think that the two teams need to be really congratulated for the hard work they did. These were very little money that explained the limitation of this trial. Population was not very different, much more diabetes in the Excel than in Nobel. Good ejection fraction in all, as I told you, distal left main most of the case. Syntax score about the same. And inconvenience also in Nobel, they use second generation DES only in 89% of the case. They use a little bit less IVUS. We don't know about the two-stent technique. And also in surgery, you see that the Lima-Rima was more arterial revascularization was performed in Excel because it was a big recommendation than in Nobel. And these are the endpoint one by one. You see there what should be noted that there is more MI in Nobel and also more definitive stent thrombosis with this remarkable 0.7 thrombosis rate at 3 years with the Xian stent. And stroke rate very, very much higher in Nobel. Nobody understands that. Excel shows also very well, which was never said, we all know it, but better to say it. Honestly, the 30 days for surgery, there is much more of those complications that are infection, renal failure, MI, major bleeding, arrhythmia. And of course, at PCI, there was more 3 years revascularization. And in Nobel, CABG has more 30-day reintervention and stroke, and PCI are more 5 years MI and revascularization. I think that lesson learned from those two trials, Excel was more potent, was designed and followed with more contemporary revascularization technique. Again, they have better funding than the other trial, and they show very well that there is really an early price to pay with surgery, and that also long-term protective effect of bypass is confirmed, and we will it will be important to see at 5 years what it becomes. These are the current guidelines for PCI, and we do hope that they will change thanks to those two trials, having more green in the PCI side. Why not? So to conclude, rapidly, left main PCI is a good alternative to CABG for many, many patients. All clinical and technical aspects must be taken into account before deciding on the indication and then the strategy. The better you know the pathology, the better you treat. Left main PCI is becoming mature procedure with optimal outcome when the rules of bifurcation are followed and when you do an optimal selection of the technique, the simple possible, but not too simple. And there is a major role for imaging and functional assessment. And to finish with, never forget your local result, because it is what you offer to your patient, not the result of a trial, the result of your hospital. And this was from Syntax. If you look every year to the result of course, the same patient in surgery and in PCI, you create your own bubble, and you see where it's better to send the patient. For example, in this center, PCI was much better than surgery, in opposed to those centers where CABG was much better with the same patient. Thank you very much.